What's good, guys? OBF back here, back again with another Vans review. And today I got the AVE Pro. Colorway is Blanc de Blanc Black. These are size 13, and retail on these was $99.90. Says the hard launch date was July 13th. These actually came out almost 2 months after they held back on the launch. So I guess these have been out for maybe like 2 to 3 weeks now. I'm definitely late on this review, so sorry about that, guys. But happy to finally have a pair of these in front of me. This shoe has had so much hype behind it at this point. I mean, it almost makes me think of like Janowski status or like the Reynolds 3s, like when they first came out. Like everybody was trying to get their hands on a pair of them. So like these are definitely up there. This particular colorway, this Blanc de Blanc one, is by far the most popular one, and I guess it's the one that's been used in all the advertising. So they're definitely pushing this one pretty hard. There was also a black colorway and then like a dress blue navy colorway that came out. I think the black and the white ones for sure my two favorite, but the blue ones are pretty solid as well. The price point on these is definitely a little bit higher. It's, what is it, $99.90. Such a random price. I don't know why Vans decided to go with that instead of the even 100, but nevertheless, people like don't seem to care that it's a $100 skate shoe. I mean, they're still buying them and skating them and loving them from what I hear. So I'm definitely not going to be putting these to the test. I'm not going to be skating in these, unfortunately. I don't really skate too much anymore, so I'm pretty much just buying these for the love of the brand. And then, of course, Anthony Van Engelen's always dropping some dope stuff. He actually came out with a collection of apparel pieces that dropped alongside with the shoes here, so you guys can check that stuff out on the Vans website or at your local Vans store. Some pretty cool pieces. But this shoe right here is described by Vans as the most technologically advanced skate shoe they've ever done. So definitely with the whole rapid weld technology that AVE's done before, but also with his brand new ultimate waffle sole that we'll definitely get into. This thing is pretty crazy, and it looks pretty simple. I mean, it's not like too outlandish. The colorways are nice and clean and simple. The translucent sole is definitely the highlight of the shoe, and all three colorways feature the same translucent sole with kind of like that blue tint. It's pretty cool. It looks really clean with this white, by the way. But yeah, so the entire upper of the shoe featuring this rapid weld technology, with the exception of the heel here, does have some stitching on there. This is designed to make the shoe last a little bit longer. You don't have to worry about pieces coming apart on your shoe. It's essentially like glued to the shoe or like baked together. I don't know how they go about doing the rapid weld, but I don't think you're gonna have any problems with this thing falling apart on you. These do also feature DuraCap technology, so you have a piece of material that is underneath this suede piece here. So once you blow through the suede, you do have that extra bit of material to help you just make these last a little bit longer, which is pretty cool. It's got some mesh in here as well, so hopefully that helps with the breathability of the shoe. I'm a little bit worried about this area right here as far as like if this is gonna hold true. I mean, I don't think it's in any like immediate danger with like ollies or anything like that. You got the suede taking care of that, but I think like kick flips and stuff that might tear. So anybody that has a pair of these that's skated in them, please let me know how that goes. But nevertheless, you do have some more of this rapid weld material. They always use this material for like the Ultra Ranges, and I believe AVE's had this on another shoe before. It's kind of like a synthetic, almost feels like foam material. So you got that on the Ice Days, you got it on the Jazz Stripe here. Nice little AVE detail on the back heel there with, I don't know if you can see that, it's a little waffle design right below it. Looks like a chain link fence. That's pretty cool. And then some more of that mesh just surrounding the heel. We do have these really nice laces on here, which they definitely feel a little more premium than any of the other like pro skate laces I've seen. They feel like they've been braided with like a nylon material or something, so I think these are gonna last a little bit longer than your like typical cotton lace. You got that retro 90s Vans off the wall graphic on the tongue there with the AVE below it. He pretty much always sticks with this graphic. I mean, I think this is kind of like his thing. And then you'll see the apparel pieces pretty much have that on it as well. More of that mesh on the tongue. The tongue, by the way, is kind of like a medium to light thickness. I mean, there's a little bit of padding in there, but it's pretty minimal. As far as the interior goes, we got a black cotton interior, nothing crazy. There's a little bit of padding on the collar, but it's pretty minimal. I mean, I feel like an Era probably has more padding on the collar than this thing does. On the footbed here, you got the Ultimate Waffle graphic there below. And the actual insole on these is pretty thin. I'll go ahead and pull this out for you guys. It's like, I mean, this is almost like paper thin. So the comfort you're going to be feeling from these is most definitely going to be in this Ultimate Waffle outsole, which I will get into right now. I mean, this thing is... It's like it's got a sock liner like built into the middle of this actual outsole. It's pretty crazy. So you can see that's where that blue tint is coming from. You can even see some of the details when you look at the insole here, or from the inside. If you press down on it, you'll feel a little bit of like comfort from it. So it's definitely going to be fairly comfortable. It's not like you're walking barefoot on these things, but it does have like a really nice sturdy design to this thing. I mean, this is like rock hard. This sole it's gonna last you for sure. It's a solid one-piece design, so it's kind of like a cup sole. Definitely staying clear from that vulcanized sole design. These shoes are built to last, so for what I hear, the grip on these is just incredible. Board feel as well. It's got some good board feels, so I think this is definitely going to sell well with the skaters. You got the Vans off the wall heel tab there in red and white. Of course, a pro one that we typically see that protrudes out. It's pretty cool. And then you'll see some little like etchings on that sole, just more of that like waffle design. This little black piece that's on the inside of the shoe here, I believe that this is in the shoe to help stabilize it. So when you're jumping off of things or just like trying to keep your foot stable on the ground. I know it's something that skaters deal with all the time, is having your shoe kind of like moving too much when you're trying to be like stationary, you're jumping off of things. So this is supposed to be helpful with keeping that shoe from like moving around on the inside. You also have this little sock design thing, which I don't think I've seen this before on Vans. It's pretty much just a sock liner from the middle of the shoe. You can see through the mesh here all the way down to the toe box. So that'll help keep your foot snug when you're skating around in this thing. So definitely some cool technologies on this, first of their kind for Vans at least. And probably even just in the skateboarding industry altogether. Extra laces that come with these are going to be a set of black laces. They also kind of look like they're those nylon ones, if you decide to go with those. On the medial side of the shoe, you got just a little bit of that like foam, that synthetic material right there, help protect, because this is pretty much all mesh on the medial side. These guys do fit pretty true to size. The shoe itself definitely has like a narrow look to it, so I was a little bit worried when I saw these for the first time that they weren't gonna fit that great. I have like a semi-wide foot, I would say, so sometimes these narrow ones just don't work out for me, but these are actually pretty good. Feel a little snug with a sock liner, but not tight. So I would definitely recommend true to size on these. These are, like I said, they're selling out everywhere, so if you guys happen to come across these at your local skate shop, at your local Vans store, I do recommend copying these as soon as possible because they probably won't be around for much longer. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the review, and be sure to stay tuned for the on feed.